Oh dear Lord, the Sky are screwed. The Sky are screwed. You might say the sky is falling. But yeah, the Sky GM has come out. Apologies there. The Sky GM has come out and talked about the team's bad start, and there are some things that I'm like, oh dear God, this team is screwed.
The Chicago Sky didn't just criticize Angel Reese, they made sure everyone saw it. When GM Jeff Pagliocca publicly said, "We need more out of you," and called her out by name, it wasn't just feedback, it felt like a direct attack. It was less about helping her improve and more about sending a message. The team is clearly frustrated, and Angel Reese has become the target for that frustration.
It's going down in Chicago. The sky is falling. The sky is falling. We got the Chicago Sky general manager, Jeff P., throwing Angel Reese under the bus? Jeff P. said he's had enough of missed layup.
Angel Reese entered the WNBA with sky-high confidence and media attention, like Kanye at a fashion show or Taylor Swift at an NFL game. She wasn't just a rookie. She was the Chi Barbie, full of charisma and hype, with massive expectations from day one. Fans were sold a dream. But just a few games in, it feels like the Chicago Sky front office has gone cold, treating her less like a star and more like a discounted version of what they hoped for.
Absolutely dreadful again. And I had just complimented Angel Reese for being efficient. I had just complimented Angel Reese for putting together a respectable performance. Of course, the Chicago Bravado, they still got their ass kicked, but that doesn't matter. All that matters to the lonely men who follow Angel Reese on social media is that she looks good. But like I told you guys the other day, an excellent performance from Angel Reese, it is rare.
General Manager Jeff Pagliocca, who's not exactly known for being so, skipped the usual polite coach talk and went full scorched earth during a live press conference. He didn't say something vague like, "The whole team needs to step up." Instead, he looked straight at the cameras and said it plainly. "We need more out of Angel Reese." No hints, no sugarcoating. He called her out by name, loud and clear. Any sense of subtlety disappeared along with last season's merchandise.
It's a long season, there's a lot of game left, but this is unexpected and I've been very disappointed. General Manager Jeff Pagliocca told the Sun-Times as he sat in seats at Barclays Center watching his team's morning shoot-around. We had pretty big, significant expectations for the season, which is why I made the moves I made. His assessment was that the Sky's 2-6 need to improve everywhere going into to address the lack of cohesion on defense and poor shooting. Going into Tuesday night's loss, they let a league worst 90.1 points per game. We're shooting just 39%.
And if you thought the press conference was intense, that was just the warm-up. Behind closed doors, things reportedly exploded. Voices were raised to ear-piercing levels, fingers were pointed like weapons, and chairs were moved in ways that made it seem like one might get thrown. The locker room was shaking from the chaos. This wasn't a normal team meeting. It was more like a full-on meltdown. Think group therapy, but without the therapy. Just a lot of anger and unresolved tension.
This was it. Let me start it over here. So Angel Reese hair was pulled, and she immediately, oh my God, she pushed the player. Camila Cardoso stepped in. Come on, bro. This is bad. This is bad. Angel Reese did speak to reporters immediately after the game. Check out what she had to say. Roll the footage, man.
And I kind of been a passer all my career. I came out of high school as the number one wing and trying to get back to that, trying to get back to being super versatile. And Tyler made that emphasis early on in the season. And I didn't understand it. And I really was kind of confused and trying to figure it out. And I'm still figuring it out.
To be fair, Angel Reese hasn't been lighting it up this season. In 2025, she's averaging 10 points a game on a cold 35% shooting. She's still dominating the boards with 12 rebounds per game, and that deserves credit, but rebounding alone doesn't win games. She's been missing too many easy layups, and at this point, It's like watching a bricklaying contest. If we got $1 for every missed point-blank shot, we might have enough to buy out the entire Sky front office and still grab a hot dog after. Compared to her rookie season, where she averaged 13.6 points on 39% shooting, this year's numbers feel like a step back. No one expected her to drain deep threes, but finishing near the rim should be a given. Instead, it's been a frustrating mix of effort, hype, and missed chances. The talent's still there, but eventually, potential has to turn into production. Otherwise, all that swagger just looks like smoke.
Point is, you're posting this, you've got a game at 11 a.m. Central Time, and you are a 6'3" forward shooting 36% from the field, and you're averaging over 3 points less a game than you were last year, and you can't even get a block shot at your height. You're also, by the way, down a rebound and a half a game. And this is what you're worried about, is social media chatter. And look, she must... I think here's the thing. She must love this. Otherwise, she wouldn't keep crashing out and posting things like this. Guys, this is cringe.
Whoever came up with the me-bounce thing, y'all ate that up. Because rebounds, me-bounce, creep-bounce, keep-bounce, T-bounce, T-bounce, anything that comes off that board, it's mine.
But Jeff wasn't just talking numbers, this was about accountability. That classic buzzword that usually means someone's about to get called out in public. She's had some great games, he said, sounding about as excited as someone praising a salad at a steakhouse. Then came, and some games that haven't been her best. GM speak for. We're losing it behind the scenes, but pretending all is well in public. And then, the kicker. We need her to help us in other ways too. Oh really, Jeff? Like what, hosting halftime trivia? Passing out foam fingers? Because unless Angel Reese is now the team mascot, that's a strange ask. But let's be real, other ways in basketball doesn't mean makeup tutorials or motivational posts. It means hustle plays, locking in on defense, diving for loose balls, bringing fire and leadership when shots aren't falling. That's the kind of effort that turns potential into greatness and holds a struggling team together.
Is under fire from the Chicago Sky general manager. The general manager names Angel Reese by name and says, we need more out of you. Now I'm scrolling through Twitter, doing my thing. You guys know how I do. Got the air breezing through my hair in those Twitter streets. I do. And I take a look and I see something that catches my attention. The Chicago Sky make a request to Angel Reese amid losing streak. Interesting. What is this request?
Let's not ignore the irony here. The Chicago Sky are 2-6, giving up a league worst 90 points a game and shooting a rough 39% from the field. But somehow, the front office decided Angel Reese is the problem, like she personally deflated the basketballs. Never mind that Courtney Vandersloot, one of the most experienced playmakers, is out for the season. Or that coach Tyler Marsh built his entire offense around Camila Cardoso, who's been about as dependable as a dollar store umbrella in a hurricane. But sure, let's act like Angel Reese is the reason everything's falling apart. At this point, is this really about basketball? Or is it about branding and optics? Angel was sold as the Gen Z icon, the TikTok queen, the face of a new era. She was supposed to bring LSU magic to the WNBA. But when you're missing layups and losing by 20, no one's buying jerseys or watching lip syncs. Branding is fun, but buckets win games. And right now, Angel's brand is getting dragged harder than Caitlin Clark trying to draw a foul.
It says here, guys, that the general manager, Jeff Pagliocca, is it Pagliocca or Pagliosa? You guys know I'm bad with names. But pretty much, he's opened up the publications about his team's performance and shared his thoughts on how Angel Reese could contribute more to their team's goals and admits
he's disappointed with the start to the WNBA season. What did you expect, Jeff? You sold your future for the present. You really had in your head that Angel Reese is a number one talent. She's a superstar. And you guys continue to inflate her head, inflate her mindset, which feeds the mentality.
And speaking of Caitlin Clark, oh yeah, we're going there. While Angel Reese is getting thrown under the team bus by her own GM, Caitlin is practically being paraded through the league like it's her coronation. The numbers? Just a casual 19 points, 9 assists, and 6 rebounds per game. Oh, and she already dropped a triple-double like it was no big deal. She's pulling up from deep like she's got cheat codes on, and the ball listens to her like she's the Steph Curry of the Midwest. Meanwhile, Angel's jumper is looking rough, like someone handed her a greased watermelon instead of a basketball. Sure, she's hustling, rebounding, and giving out those post-game hugs, but behind the scenes? It's a different vibe. Word is, some vets are getting fed up with the missed layups, the blown chances, and the game slipping away because of poor finishing. One insider even said, "There are girls in that locker room who think she's getting chances they'd never get away with." That's not just frustration, that's resentment. And resentment doesn't just sit quietly. It grows, it spreads, and it wrecks team chemistry. Forget playoff hopes, that's how you end up with off-season drama instead.